Welcome to Heartlines with Shayla and Dikumana right here on Channel Africa, broadcasting to the world from South Africa, Johannesburg. It is a Friday night, and we're kicking off Women's Month with a celebration of women who carry many hats. This, of course, with grit, grace, and a little glam. We've got stories, conversations, and a rhythm to match your evening mood, and would love to hear from you. Where are you tuned in from? What are you up to? Please find us on WhatsApp +27 6340 69126. We're starting this month with a woman who does exactly what we said she does: a chemical engineer by day and a glam queen by night. Chemical engineering graduate, manufacturing with excellence, and of course, this as her lead. And trust you me, she also posts relatable content and is noted as your bestie online. Show up Nompi. Now, from gym dates with her husband to late night filming and full-time work, Nompumelelo is the soft life strategist we didn't know we needed. Tonight, she's here to tell us on how she shows up even when life gets chaotic. Let's take an opportunity to welcome Nompumelelo Sigudla joining us this evening. Nompumelelo, welcome to Heartlines.
Thank you so much for having me, and good evening, the rest of Africa. I'm really excited to be here. So if I stumble, please excuse me. Excuse me.
No, I highly doubt that you will stump. Listen, I was coming across some of your content this afternoon, and I think there's no room for stumbling at this point. We're past that.
I have been stumbling through my content and stumbling forward. So anyway, I'll stumble forward through this as well.
Absolutely. Let's start off with chemical engineering, my darling. Okay? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so you and I share this plate together, right? It's interesting that we find ourselves in different boats because I also did chemical engineering, but you went on to pursue. Walk us through a day in the life of Nompumelelo Sigudla as a chemical engineer.
Okay, so actually, I studied chemical engineering at the University of Pretoria. Now I'm a manufacturing excellence manager. So typically, in your chemical engineering career, you'll go into being a process engineer, then you'll take the stream of continuous improvement, and which is where I am now. So a day in my life consists of a lot of factory work. I basically spend majority of my day at manufacturing factories, like OG factories that you know with your uncles and your aunties. They're running a manufacturing line. That is typically where you find me. And most of what I do is just coach them and coach the leaders of the factories to actually, how do you run better without always having to get to a point where you're cutting costs by cutting people? But then how do you organize, for example, workflow? How do you organize your factory? How do you manage your equipment so that it doesn't break down as much? I teach people a lot. I love coaching. I love teaching. Majority of the work is teaching people on problem solving. How do you manage workplace organization? How do you manage quality of your product? How do you manage your process? So it's mostly coaching, lots of coaching, and also creative ways to do it, because sometimes you work with somebody who is like a 60-year-old uncle who doesn't want to sit in a classroom because he's going to sleep, because he's used to working 10 o'clock at night. So it's a lot
Yeah.
around creative ways to coach and teach people how to think, act, and lead in a process excellence way.
Beautiful. I want to get into the intersection between your daytime and, I don't want to say nighttime job, because I think content creation is on the go, you know?
Then, like, you find that 5 second in between, like, there was a time I would get, there was a season of my life where if you watch, I think 2023, my videos had the same background, and that's because I'd get to work at like 6:30 to shoot with my outfit, look cute with my heels, and then immediately take off my heels and put my safety shoes because I had to go
Shoo.
into the factory. So it was, yeah, there was a moment of settling into content. You're very right. It's not a daytime. It's not a nighttime job. Definitely not.
It's 24/7. You live content, right? Because the reality
Live,
is you share
breathe
stories of your own
your.
experience, right? This is your real life. It's not like it's made up or you're putting up a front. You're selling or perhaps walking us through a day with Umpumi. I want to talk about when the bug bit you for content. Were you watching people? Were you always a content creator? What's your chat on that front?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me start. Okay, I got the bug probably when I was still in varsity. I think the craziest thing that ever happened to me in varsity was discovering YouTube. YouTube changed my life. Like, YouTube changed my life. I learned how to sew. I have a sewing machine. I can make any outfit now because of YouTube. But I started at watching YouTube when I was still in like 2000, and YouTube was very early those times. I think it was 2011, if I'm not mistaken. And that's when the content bug hit me. But it took me a whole probably like 8 years before I even posted anything. Before I actually posted something that where I was showing up as a content creator, but it bit me around 2011. I used to record videos and then delete them, record another video and delete them. But eventually I just said, you know what, I'm just going to start posting. And like you were saying, at first I was trying to show up as like somebody else or trying to mirror who I think is successful. And I was speaking a lot of fancy English, like, like,
Ah!
and then I actually started enjoying it when I just decided, you know what, this thing is not working. I'm not growing any followers. I might as well do whatever I want. And that's when I actually saw a lot of traction in my content. But it's been a long passion. I think it started building 2008, 2011, and then really, really came into fruition about 2020 or so.
That's interesting. What did you learn? What was your take home? Listen, I think as an engineer, you're designed to solve problems, right? And I
Yeah,
see that you've
yeah.
stretched yourself into creating workflow solutions for the environment that you find yourself in your current position. I want to find out from you when you were looking at content creation. And of course, at first, you came through with a persona that wasn't really biting people, it wasn't really captivating for the public. And then you started
Yeah.
showing more of yourself, and people bought into that idea, right? What are some of the
Mhm.
things that you learned just from an analytical place?
I think one of the things that I've actually learned from content creation, apart from being authentic, I think we all talk about the authenticity story. I think the biggest thing that I've learned about it's just to put yourself out there and consistently show up. Like, done is better than perfect all the time, literally every single time, because we are so obsessed with wanting to be viral and having that one thing. So you think you want to put out this one perfect thing. And then what I've learned is the things that I honestly didn't care about when I was posting. I just wanted to have something out there. I feel like, oh my gosh, I haven't posted in 2 days. Let me just put something out there. Those are the things that actually catch. So the biggest thing I've learned from content creation more than anything, it's like stats, it's like probability, theory of probability. The more you put yourself out there, the more likely you are to actually catch on, but sprinkled with a whole lot more of yourself and authenticity and showing up as yourself.
I think, Mpumi, what's really interesting about your story is that content creation is not just for the sake of content. It's
Yeah.
it's another income stream, yeah? Because I was looking at your rates, I'm
Yay.
like, wait a minute. Come
But
on now. There's
it's
money in the
internal
business.
economy. Internal economy, you must find the means and the ways to make that money. But you're very right. It first started off as like a random, I'm just doing this for fun. And then somebody said, hey, I can pay you for this. I'm like, me? You want to pay me? Okay. And then that's when I think I started taking it a little bit more serious. So yeah, there is a lot of money to be made in content, but I don't think you should go into it for the sake of making money, because I've also turned down a lot of money because it just doesn't align with where I'm going.
The reason I'm shifting the conversation to that front is because quite a few of the creators in my environment would say, listen, I put out content on the weekly. I'm consistent. I make sure that my content is relatable. Listen, I've done the whole checkbox exercise, right? But I still don't know where the fundamental monetization of this platform is. I don't know where to go to. I don't know how to approach brands. And I want us to sort of dig into your story so that people can understand that there is possibility to make this a secondary, tertiary, if you will, income stream.
Okay, so I think the first thing I'm probably going to say around that element is I have been doing content for a very long time, but I think this year was the year that I actually made like real money from it. So immediately when I hear somebody to say, I've ticked all the boxes and I've done all of this and it's still not coming, one thing you must understand about life, it doesn't owe you just because you've complied. It actually, unfortunately, doesn't owe you your outcome at your own pace. It actually, life works at its own pace. So the thing that I'd say is for people who feel like that, please still get yourself out there, create content that you want to create. Don't defy your audience. I think that's what creators start doing. Well, immediately when they want to start getting paid, what they do is now they create content for their brand and not for the audience, and then the audience lose interest and therefore you lose engagement. And when a brand actually sees your content, nowadays content creation has changed. Brands doesn't just follow, doesn't that don't just get people because of you have a big following. They actually look at the engagement that your audience has. So I'd say that still create the content, but create it for the audience and not for the brand, and then still show up, and the right brands will find you. Honestly, it sounds a little bit like you are gatekeeping or you are alluding to some fancy thing, but the right brands will find you. Just keep fighting at it and keep pushing at it, because my right brands are finding me this year, and I have been trying to get brands to see me for 3 years before they actually saw me. So it wasn't like a wham bam, thank you, ma'am journey.
Absolutely. The voice of Nompumelelo Sigudla joining us this evening. Listen, quite a bit that she has to share with us. In actual fact, she doesn't only bring us beauty, she brings us brains. And we are sort of gauging her mind to see where this content creation journey can start, how to look at it, what lens to view it from, and of course, how you can make sure that you're benefiting as a brand. Nompumelelo, I want to look at the value of content creation outside the monetary value. Okay. Outside the charges that you will charge the brand that's saying, hey, listen, we want to work with you. What else do you gain from content creation?
So I think the biggest thing I've gained from content creation is living within my truth and who I am. This is really like me just having a part of me shine. It is my place of peace, my place of comfort. I when I'm bored or I want to laugh, I actually just scroll through my content and I laugh and I cackle at myself because I realize, damn, bro, you funny. And you don't need to be funny in the moment, right? So for me, it was I feel like I've created a corner on the internet where I feel like it's a safe space to be me and laugh about it. And through that, I have gained confidence in just showing up as me more than anything, not just anything. So confidence and also just peace and calmness. It's like my place when work is stressing me and my boss is like, getting on my nerves. I look at him and like, do you know I've got 100,000 followers on
Come
TikTok? So
on! I
like he's saying something, and I'm like, you know what, whatever. They don't know. They don't know I'm a big girl somewhere out there. So it's like my place of release. So I protected a lot to stay that place of release.
The voice of chemical engineering graduate, manufacturing excellence lead, and your relatable content bestie online at showup_Nompi. And that's who joins us this evening, Nompumelelo Sigudla. And we are tackling all things content creation, a balanced life between your 9 to 5 and content creation. And we're going to be quizzing Nompumelelo. Nompumelelo, are you ready for me? I need to prepare you in advance because I think this is the part of the show where guests start going, because of is not You are a captain of industry in your field, right? And we're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna look at that. You said you're a big girl, okay? Somewhere
My
in the
line,
world.
I think my network is bad. I don't know. I feel like my line is not doing so good. I don't know. I think there's something happening.
Listen, the questions are about content creation. 10 quick fire questions. I will
Yeah.
give them
Okay.
to you as multiple choice so that you do have
All right.
options and we don't leave you stranded. And then we're just going to get to know you even further by asking you
Okay.
some quirky questions moving forward. Are you ready for me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, question number one. Who was the first African influencer to reach 1 million followers on Instagram? Would you like multiple choice or do you know the answer?
Yeah. Multiple choice. I have no idea, but continue.
So the first is Boiti Tulo, the second, Lupita Nyong'o, the third, Trevor Noah, the fourth, Bonang Mateba.
I feel like this is a trap because Lupita wasn't famous before Bonang. I wanna say Bonang. I feel like I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna say Bonang.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah,
Hey,
I was
what? I
wondering if
was
I
sticking
got
to the
that
wrong
right.
thing, my sister. What?
You Bonang,
You?
over Lupita. Get me Bonang. That's how much confidence I have in my girl B.
Listen,
But nonetheless,
your girl B was onto something, but Lupita Nyong'o was the correct answer. I don't know why
okay.
you were leaving in actual fact. Like, why were you? Why, my darling? Okay. Question number two. Don't worry. We still have 9 questions left. Question number
It's
two.
fine.
Which country has the largest number of social media users in Africa as of 2025? For the sake of preservation, let me give you your options. A, Kenya. B, Nigeria. C, Egypt. Or D, South Africa.
Yo, what really? These questions are hard. I want to say Nigeria.
And that's your final answer?
Every time you say, and that's your final. Yes,
It's
I
just
want to say
too
Nigeria. I want to say Nigeria. I'm staying with Nigeria.
And well done. Woohoo! You see, sometimes you just got to stick to your gut. 1 out of 2, that's 50%. We're onto something.
Okay. We're on
Okay?
to something.
We're onto
Ooh, yo.
something. Question
If
number
I got
3.
that wrong and it was South Africa, I was going to get cancelled. I know it.
Not a chance, ma'am. You're onto something here. Question number 3. What is the most used social media platform by African influencers in 2025? Option A, Twitter. B, Facebook. C, Instagram. Or D, Threads.
Twitter. Twitter. Hey, Twitter is wild, but it's wild in South Africa. I don't know how wild it is in other continents. I'm gonna say Twitter, but a part of me says, girl, Facebook is still doing something, but I'll stick to Twitter.
And is that your final answer?
Final answer. Just that one.
Hey. What I ana live amo pala rin. Ay, my sister, ki Instagram.
Yo,
Instagram.
I knew it, Mabena. I knew it.
Oh my days. So here's the thing, right? Twitter has less than, I believe, 16 African countries that are interactive on the platform, now
Oh,
known as X.
wow.
And so a even more widespread platform is Facebook. However, most influencers gravitate towards Instagram. Of
Oh,
course,
yes, you can say most influencers. What?
yes.
On what? Obviously, influencers is Instagram. Wow. I missed, I think I wasn't listening properly with
Okay.
the most influencers. Yeah, I see that.
Okay, 1 out of
Most influencers.
3, Ronald 33%. Okay,
You
Ra
know what,
somewhere.
ne?
We're going somewhere.
Eh, in Angie's syllabus, I'm almost there on one subject, though. I failed all the other subjects, but there's one subject you can get away with a 30%. And yeah, multiple choice questions is my subject. But let's continue. I'll take my L. Let's
All
continue.
right. Question number 4. Which of these is considered a micro influencer? And I'm going to be give you a range. I'm going to be giving you a range so that you have something to work with, right? So between 100 and 1,000 followers, option A.
No.
Option B, between 10,000 and 100,000 followers. Option C, over 1 million followers. Or option D, less than 500 followers.
Option B. 10,000 to 100,000.
Come on, this is your thing. Go, woohoo! Yes, ma'am.
Because I was told that one day, and I'm like, what? I'm micro, and I felt big because I had just reached 15,000 followers. Somebody said that's a micro. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm
Okay,
micro.
okay. So
Yeah,
for
so
those who are thinking to themselves, listen, I've hit the jackpot. I've just hit my 4K. I should be within range. You're still a nano
yes,
influencer,
that's nice.
right?
But think of 4,000 people in a room, and then you'll realize the level of influence you have and be proud of yourself.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, well done, Nompumelelo. Oh, you made me feel so good about myself. Thank you very much. Question number 5. What percentage of South African influencers are women? It's quite difficult, this one. Option
Mm.
A, 39%, B, 68%, C, 51%, or D, 85%.
I want to say 68 or 85. I'll stick to 68 because there are more female influencers than male. 85%. I knew.
Well done. You see, listen, 3 out of 5. I told you we are going somewhere. Okay?
Somewhere. Can we end here? Then I can pass on the
No, stick it through. See it to finish.
No,
See it to
let's stick it
finish.
through. No, you know what? If there's one thing I know how to do is stick through something. So
Yeah.
let's go.
All
We can,
right.
no matter how bad it becomes, I will follow through.
Listen, 60% is not a bad place to be, right? So that pat on the back is well deserved. Question number 6. Which platform is seeing the fastest growth among African Gen Z users? A, YouTube, B, Facebook, C, TikTok, or D, LinkedIn?
Gen Z is the ones after me, right? I want they TikTok, but I think they've captured TikTok now. They're moving to YouTube. I'll say TikTok still.
And that is correct. You kind of gave away your age. How did after me? I'm
Yes,
like,
no, I
okay.
did. I'm not a Gen Z. Unfortunately, I'm a millennial. And like I'm heavy into millennialism, not like I'm in it.
I see. We see you, ma'am. Question number 7. Which African influencer founded the skincare line Quick Face? A,
It's the twins.
it's who?
Not the twins, sisters. The sisters. But give me the ABC. I forgot the names. So
Quick Face. Option A, Bonang Mateba.
Mhm.
B, Sarah Langa. C, Mihlali Ndamase.
Mhm.
Or D, Jackie Anya.
Quick face.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not any of those. It's the
Are you
two
saying,
ladies. Lungile,
are we saying
quick
none of
face,
the
Mr.
above?
Price. Yeah, Mr. Price, quick face.
Okay.
It, it's the Lungile and Ayanda. I
All
think their
right.
name. No, man, it can't be. It's not. It's none of the. I love quick face. I was so mad when they discontinued it. I even did a video. So I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's those. I'm pretty sure
Listen,
it's those two, the
the
two sisters.
the team is doing their research part, and we'll come back to
Please,
question number 7. Right?
please research, and then
Yeah.
you give me all the questions.
Give you an extra point for coming in with the
Let's give
correct
10
values.
points. 10 points.
Question number 8.
Okay.
What is CPM in influencer marketing?
Oh,
A,
this.
content platform metrics. B, cost per milli. C, creator pay method. Or D, creative post metrics.
It's cost per milli something.
Oh,
Like that.
come on. Come on. Do they know who you are? Is the question.
Bona, because I know YouTube says I have a very low one, and I'm
Oh,
fighting them. But I'm
oh.
working hard to improve my YouTube. So
Mm,
that CPM is basically the rate that they pay you at for
mm.
like the cost of your videos being watched, like the rate. It's essentially YouTube's rate for you and how they calculate your rate. So I've learned that one.
That is fair. You've taught us a thing or two in actual fact. Question number 9, right? Which of these influencers are also a certified medical doctor? Okay.
I know.
A. Hamila Abubakar. B. Adebayo Bayo Olaye. C. Zosbindin Tunzi. Or D. Tuso Mbedu.
Wow, why did you do that? I thought it was that other lady. I thought you were gonna say Dr. Kanya. I was so sure.
Can't be that easy, my
Um,
sister. How?
I know Tuso. Tuso, I hope you're not a doctor, my sister, because I don't know. I didn't know that information. I'll go with the first name. I don't know I don't want to embarrass myself by saying the name out loud. That sounded the best. It sounded like the best name to be on like a doctor.
I
So
cannot deal with you. I'm not coping. I'm not
yeah,
coping. Okay, so you're saying that it's Hamila Abubakar.
Amila Abubakar. What's the
Yes.
second name? Sorry.
You have Adebayo
Hmm.
Bayo Olaye. Or
I'll go with
Olaya.
Adebayo Olayo. That
Is
name.
that
I
your
don't know
final
who that is.
answer?
That is my final answer because it sounds more like a doctor than any of the
Marie,
other.
my sister, you were onto something. And then you
Doctor
got off
Abdullah,
something. Why?
you it's fine. I'll take my L. I'm sorry, Dr. Hamila.
Dr. Avila was looking at you in the face proud. Okay? Clapping
Exactly.
hands wherever they are. And then you went to
Apologies,
YouTube.
Dr. Hamila. I'm going to follow Dr. Hamila after this just to
Just
atone.
condolences, just
I'm
commiserate.
literally following, commenting, liking everything just to atone for my crimes. I'm very sorry, Dr. Hamila.
And then the very last question, of course, we're still verifying question number 7 there. Question number 10. What is the primary advantage of using nano influencers? These are, of course, individuals under 10K. I'm going to be giving you options. Option A, lower engagement. Option B, higher trust and authenticity. Option C, less expensive. Or option D, potential viral reach.
I'd say it's the higher trust because they have a smaller audience. They trust them more, so it's that. It's the higher trust one.
Ma'am, come on. Come on. That's a 6 out of 9 for now because we
Ooh,
need to just.
yeah.
You see, you did well. You did. I'm proud
That
of you.
one, that one, I'm sure of.
You
If
are
if I
sure.
wasn't, I am sure that it's not. Well, Jackie. First of all, I love Jackie, but Jackie has
Mm,
her fragrance line. She's got her candles. Michali has the booking app, Malachite, which does the booking for like if you're like a beauty. If you offer beauty services, you can use her app to book there. And then I don't remember the other two people you had, but I'm pretty sure none of those people did. Quick Face, Mr. Price, Quick Face. It was those two ladies.
give
It's
me their names
Ayanda and
again.
it's Ayanda and Lungile. I'm just
Ah,
forgetting.
come on. The point is yours immediate. You know what? An extra point. An extra point for coming in and saying, Yazin Shayla, wait a minute.
You know
Wait a
what? This is
minute.
the part in life you must learn that just because they gave you the 4 questions, options, sometimes there's a fifth one, and trust your gut because there was a part of me that says maybe I don't know enough about quick face. Maybe it was Michelle, but I knew it wasn't.
I love that. Absolutely love that. We'd love to get to know you further. So, we're going to ask you some quirky questions and then, of course, find out where we can tune into some of your content. And so, the first question is if you had to trade lives with any one of your followers for a day, what would you
Mhm.
want them to experience?
I think I'd want them to experience. Wow, that is a very interesting one. I think I'd want them to experience my family, my family.
Oh,
more than anything. Like, I think I want them to experience my family and just the rush of knowing that whatever you're doing for them, and they're very grateful, and you see it in their eyes. Just that feeling.
that is so sweet. Oh my goodness. On a Friday, you got me teary eyed, girl. Yes, absolutely. Question number 2. If you're stuck in Dragon City and all you have on you, of course, in the context, because Dragon City is in South Africa, all you have on you is 200 Rand.
Girl.
What is the game plan?
Me in Dragon City, all I have is 200 Rand.
Absolutely.
Yo, okay, what is the game plan? Yo, there's so many things that I can buy at Dragon City. So there's this shops where you can buy stock items and resell them. I think I'll buy a couple of bags. Like they've got these bags that you can buy them for like cheap stock item. I'm buying those bags and I'm going to resell them.
Ma'am, wait, no. Are we using 200 Rand? How are bags? That's plural form.
Yeah, it's one little. There's like bags. You can buy those. Like
For
I
what?
once bought
What
these.
cost?
I once bought these items. I don't know how much they are now, but I once bought these twin sets. There was a time I had like an online boutique that I wasn't serious about, honestly speaking. I'm sure it would have been far if I was serious. But I got to Dragon City and they had like, you can buy stock for like 4 or more. And these things were like 60 bucks, 70 bucks, 50 bucks. So I know, Uri, I can negotiate 50 bucks, my
Come
brother.
on. My brother.
Oh, 50 bags, not the fanciest bags. They have really, very small, these tiny little purse bags, type of cutie bags, though. It's still
Yeah.
like bag. I can get 50 for 4. I'll make a plan. I know I can. There's nothing, 200 is a lot for me, my sister.
Wow.
I know. If you see my content, 200 is enough.
It's enough. Sure.
It is enough, man. All I need is 200 and Dragon City, and I'm fine.
Oh my days. Okay, question number 3. What's one trend you're glad is over? Like you saw it and you're like, ah, wah, honing. And when it finally came to a halt, you were shouting for joy in a very dark corner where no one could see you.
Yo, guys, I think it's still around.
Tell
But
us.
I know
Tell us.
okay. This one is gonna get me in trouble on a Friday. Why am I doing this to myself? I
You
think
can do it.
luxury hauls or luxury unboxings.
Hmm.
I'm low-key glad they're over, or at least they're not as prominent. I'll say that they're not as prominent anymore because I just feel like Banyana, we were doing funny things just to relate. And I know I don't have that money. Why am I stressing myself like that? Now trying to go to, yeah, like for me, it was just the stress that we put up. It's not even about the creator or it was just the level of stress. And it almost felt like you can't, like general, actually, when I think about it, general, like massive hauls, it's like now you can't go to a shop and buy 3 items. You have to buy a whole box of Shein clothes or a box of this or like a haul. So I think I'm glad. And I did a lot of hauls, mind you.
How?
But I'm pretty, no, but honestly, I'm glad we are moving away from everything must be like a massive haul of whatever. I spent
That is
5,000
fair.
Rand on, yeah, because now
Mm.
nobody buys like that. No, you're not an influencer sometimes. Sometimes influencers, we do it to show you what you can get with that much money. But sometimes you don't have to, you absolutely don't have to always buy a box of items. It's not realistic.
Mm.
It's just not. For your
That is
wardrobe, for your
fair.
pocket. Yeah, it's that one.
Mm.
Yeah,
Question.
I see people watching me like, when I got the hole.
You, madam, who did the very
I
same
said
thing.
what I
I
said. I said what I said.
10 toes down, mama. 10 toes down.
Listen.
Let's get into question number 4. You've just won a free flight to any African country. Where are you going and why?
I am going to Malawi. I'm going to Malawi. Very awkward. I know nobody goes to Malawi, I think. But
Okay.
my well, I haven't heard anybody get excited about going to Malawi, but I'm very excited because my father's father, so my grandfather, is actually Malawian, But he passed when I was a little baby. I don't know much about the country. I don't know much about the language, but I really, really want to go there. I really want to go there.
So
That's why.
heartfelt. I felt that one. The very last question, complete the sentence. Soft life is when?
You create a life you wish existed.
Nompumelelo. You wish existed.
Yes.
Listen, I wish to wake up and get paid to breathe. I don't think that's tangible. You know what I mean?
Okay, do you want me to try again?
Please, please. Soft life is when?
You find peace.
Are you happy with
Like,
that answer?
no, like seriously, for me, I know I say this because of I have a tagline that talks a lot around creating like a soft life on a budget. And if you really look at the what we really try and do when we say we're creating a soft life, we're just trying to have less stress and enjoy the life, you know? And people with money look like they have less stress and they're enjoying life. That's the essence of, and that's why we're calling it a soft life. It feels stressless. So for me, it's just having peace. For me, if I can have peace and not worry about bond, car, bill, no money, for me, it's soft life is peace.
Absolutely, ma'am. Listen, we have come to the end of our conversation. Thank you so much for joining us. For those who want to create the soft life, this place of peace, this place of happiness, where do they follow you to get advice on that?
So thank you for having me firstly. It was so much fun. I think I can talk. I realize I talk a lot. So I had to manage myself. But you guys can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You will just look for Show Up Nompi, show up as in actually show up. So showup.nompi on TikTok, and then on YouTube and Instagram is showup_nompi.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your weekend, and we look
Thank you,
forward
ma'am.
to your content, yeah?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Have a beautiful evening, Africa. I really enjoyed this.
The voice of chemical engineering graduate, in actual fact, managing or rather manufacturing excellence lead, and your relatable content bestie online. Show up. Nompi is who you are looking for. Her name is Nompumelelo Sigudla, and she joined us this evening. A quick fire quiz, of course, and us just gauging the possibility and the tangible place and space for us to be able to make money off content and content creation and social media while still keeping that 9 to 5. I'd love to hear your thoughts and views in actual fact. Do you think it's possible for you? +27 6340 69126.
Hotlines bring you fresh perspectives about love after dark with Shayla